Alright, what's up YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of Cartoon Cat Builds. I'm Skipper Lee and I've been drawing guns and parts for the past 16 years, and today we are jumping straight in to put together the next primary weapon that's coming in the Warhammer legendary warbond in Helldivers 2, which is the Hot-Shot Marksman Gun. So I've drawn all the parts here, and we're just gonna walk through the putting together of the last gun. So before drawing these parts, I've looked up the announcement video where they showed the weapon in action, as well as a quick view of the blueprint. And then I looked up the internet for some images from prior Warhammer 40k lore and games as well. So apparently this gun is used in a DMR marksman role. So we have the parts here. This is the central receiver, and as you can see, there's, as opposed to the bolter pistol, there is no ejection port because the last gun fires energy. So we have the receiver here. We have where there's fire control parts here, and we have a cutout slot for the battery magazine. So we're gonna put this part here. Now I'd like to think that for some of the parts here, like say for example the pistol grip here, there are parts that provide extra function. Like for example, I like to think that this part here can be like taken out, and there will be a storage compartment for whatever, like maintenance kit or spare parts even. And there seems to be a cylinder in the back here that seems to be a separate part. So I drew this with some sort of an interface, an attachment point for this part, because we have already this part as the source of energy for the weapon. I'd like to think this would be some sort of a dampener or a buffer or a stabilizer of sorts, since it's in the rear as you would expect for a buttstock. And usually in conventional small arms design, there, especially for AR type weapons, there's a buffer tube here that serves to, as the name implies, buffer tube. It absorbs the recoiling force. Now, I haven't looked hard enough to see if there's any if there's art regarding like official art regarding the working parts of the interiors. So these are just the major parts. So here we have a top rail. We have here a rear iron sight, which I believe if you don't wish to use an optical scope, you could just like flip this up and just fire with iron sights. So this is like a magnified optic as seen in the announcement trailer from Arrowhead. And so this would be the back half of the last gun, and the front half would be would consist of this massive chunk. I try to break up some of the parts based on how I think it will be put together. So one part of it would be here. And the other part of the front half of the handguard would be attached here like this. And then this is the front iron sight with 2 protector blades, massive protector blades. And this is the lengthy handguard that goes here. And of course a teeny tiny bipod assembly with extendable legs that are also deployable like so. And then we have, last but not least, the barrel and the muzzle device assembly. Now, the last gun is an energy based weapon, so but then again, in my research, I found some drawings with what appears to be interchangeable barrels like this, with a thread at the end and different in different lengths and different muzzle patterns as well. Because in the Warhammer universe, from what I've seen from a few Google searches, correct me if I'm wrong, the last gun is a type, merely is a type of weapon, and there are multiple designs, different patterns of the last gun, much like how you would call an assault rifle, and there are different manufacturers and different models, makes and models of assault rifles. So this is a last gun, more specifically a contra. I think I'm gonna butcher the name. A Contrail pattern Hot-Shot Marksman last gun. So in normal circumstances, last guns are fast firing energy based weapons where pretty much lethal in normal human terms, and the Hot-Shot Marksman last gun is like a supercharged version of it. So this is where our alt build comes in. So I'm gonna take all these parts drawings and change out a few parts so that we have a more conventional lasgun pattern. So we're gonna come here. I've drawn some other parts as well. So here we have a different energy feed, a different length handguard and barrel assembly, and of course a massive blade bayonet. So we're gonna take these pieces here, and of course we'll save this for the thumbnail and then duplicate a new group for our alternate build, which is a more proper lasgun. So we're gonna get rid of this supercharged battery, because normal like rank and file lasguns, there's this group of weapons called Hellguns. So Hellguns are fed the same energy but from a different source. So they also use energy, but they are powered by backpacks. So we have here the same battery magazine interface, and instead of terminating in a box magazine, we have these two ports here that are basically massive cables. So just make a duplicate here, just thick cables. They basically run to a power pack backpack that allows the wielder to shoot many more shots, as well as like with a much higher firing rate. And usually they don't come with telescopic sights, so we're gonna get rid of the accessory rail, and we just leave it there with iron sights. This not too sure how it aligns to the front side here, but yeah. And then we'll change it up with a shorter barrel and handguard assembly. So we're gonna get rid of these two parts, as well as the bipod assembly. And then we'll just take this part here. And we'll just align this piece here. And align this piece. And then I have this tiny little notch here on the barrel so that we can align it with this part of the lasgun as well. And then we'll just insert the same muzzle device and reposition the iron sight. And then we have this handguard as well. I think we can move this handguard up to the front here so it covers this gap. And I drew this Cadian bayonet based off a few photos of the miniature figures, and this is scale thereabouts where I accordingly, so that if we rotate this, the length of the handle is actually only slightly longer than the pistol grip, so it kind of checks out. But yeah, that's a massive blade. So bayonet attaches to this lug down here. Something like this. And we'll just have this, either we'll move the handguard all the way back here and not let the bayonet get in the way. Or we have the handguard just cover the entire rear part of the bayonet's grip, like so. And yeah, there you have it. This is our alt build in a, I would say this is a Hellgun configuration of the last gun. And so yeah, there you have it. That's it for tonight's build. We have the R40K Hot-Shot Marksman last gun, and down here we have our alternate build, a Hellgun variant of the R40K, which is shorter, fires faster, fires at a much faster rate with slightly less energy, but with way more shots that feeds from a backpack. And yeah, so that's it for today's build. Let me know in the comments what you would like to see next on Cartoon Cat builds. If it's a gun from a game, a movie, or an IP, just let me know in the comments. Subscribe if you'd like to see more. Once again, thank you guys for sticking around to the end, and of course, thank you to these amazing people for supporting me on Patreon. I appreciate you guys. Every little bit helps. So yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. I'll see you guys next week. So yeah, see ya.